All right, good afternoon, class. We're on lesson 19. Make sure you write that down. Relationship between multiplication and division. All right, let's go to our next slide. So, the riddle of the day is how many eggs can you put into an empty basket? And the answer is 1. After you put in 1, the basket is no longer empty. All right, next one. So today what you're going to be learning is to use basic multiplication to find a missing number in a division fact. We're also going to be able to write 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts for a fact family. The vocabulary for today is division and divisible. The first one is an operation that separates a number into a given number of equal parts, or the number of parts given number of parts of a given size. Another way you could put it is searching for a missing factor. So you're trying to figure out what the factor is from a multiplication problem. All right, and then the last vocabulary is divisible, which is able to be divided by a whole number without a remainder. All right, so think of division like a multiplication table. If you look here, you have 2. Say you had 4 in the middle, and then you have 2 on the side and 2 on the top. It's just the same thing. If you look here, we have 12 here, and then there's a 3 on this side, and then we got to figure out what the factor is, or what's on top. Okay, so to solve this problem, we need to know that what number times 3 equals 12. So what times 3 equals 12? Just like how you'd look on a multiplication table. And then we know that 3 times 4 equals 12. And so that's what goes on top of this little division bracket. All right. Okay, let me go to our examples for today. All right, so what is this missing number in this problem? Remember, just like I just mentioned, you got to figure out what times 4 equals this on the inside. So to find this number, we think 4 times what number equals 20, and we find that the missing number is 5. So we write 5 on top of the division box. Also, it's really important that you put the 5 on top of the number that you're going into, because 5 can't go into 4 times 5. 4 can't go into 2, but 4 can go into the number 20. So you must put the number 5 on top of the 0. Okay, it's very important that you line things up like that. All right, to play a game during physical education class, 18 students must separate into 3 equal teams. What number of students will be on each team? All right, we need to find the missing number that goes in the box. So what times 3 equals 18? And we know that 6 times 3 equals 18. So 6, remember, line it up with the 8. So 6 times 3 equals 18. And so our answer is 6 students on each team. Remember, it's always important when you write your answers to make sure that you put the proper thing that is being answered. So they're asking for how many students, and this is what you must write, 6 students on there. And example number 3, and our teacher plans to distribute 80 sheets of construction paper equally to each of his 10 students. So how many sheets of construction paper should each student have? All right. On this one, we think how many 10s make 80? And since 8 times 10 equals 80, the answer is 8. Remember to line your numbers up correctly. And so the answer is 8 sheets. And example number 4 is we need to write 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts for the fact family of 5, 6, and 30. Okay. So what are we going to look at? 5 times 6 equals 30, and then 6 times 5 equals 30. It looks something like this. All right, so write these. Well, when you write a fact family, you have to write how all these numbers relate to one another, okay, in multiplication and division. So on your lesson practice for A through H, just find the missing number. Remember, what times this number equals the middle number. on the inside bracket, like a multiplication table. Okay. And then for letter I, write 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts for this fact family. We're going to have more practice during the written practice portion when you come into class, but make sure that you guys get all this stuff down. If you have any questions, make sure you write those questions on the back of your sheet, and we'll see you in class.